Good morning. Just a video real quick here in the camper. If you have gotten to know me, I work really well in routines, so I probably will try not to skip a day. Even if I'm camping or whatever, I don't with my reading and I don't want to with recording. So just a couple awesome things that God showed today. One from Hebrews again. Seems to be where I'm going a lot as my kind of optional reading, and God talks about rest, and that really no matter what you do, make sure you take time to rest and take time to worship, as that is a priority even more than what you do. So just be with God. That's what's a feeling you have to do for God. Then Jeremiah 40 is just really precious to me. I try to take notes in my Bible, and I remember this verse in a time of my life when I really was asking for direction deep from my heart, and God knew my sincerity in saying, what should I do? And I just opened my Bible and said, God, please show me what I should do. And it was Jeremiah 40 verse 4, where God had said, but today I am freeing you from your chains on your wrists. Come with me to Babylon if you like, and I will look after you. But if you do not want to go, then don't come. Look, the whole country lies before you. Go wherever you please. And in my exact prayer for God, show me whether I should stay or go. And that's exactly what the question was. God was saying, you don't need to put that on me. That either way, you're safe in my hands. Either way, I love you. Either way, make a decision and it's going to be okay. And that would just put me at such rest. So it kind of seems to be where today's theme is. I love it so much. But then later in Jeremiah 41, he also says, stay, later in other verses. So I just think that's really important for me maybe today, is God saying, just don't retreat and don't bail and stay. So sometimes that's a lesson too, but I think ultimately the key to it is what the Israelites said in Jeremiah 42, where their hearts were just wanting to hear God's words, and they say, pray that the Lord your God will tell us where we should go and what we should do. That's Jeremiah 42 verse 3, and then later they say, may the Lord be a true and faithful witness in verse 5 against us if we do not act in accordance with everything the Lord your God sends you to tell us, whether it's favorable or unfavorable. We will obey the Lord our God to whom we are sending you, so that it will go well with us, for we will obey the Lord our God. It's just this beautiful surrender of saying, God, whatever it is, whether it seems favorable, like something I like, or something that I go, really, either way, I'm going to just thank you and obey you. So we do, first of all, just pray for his direction, that he's with us in those decisions, but then also that we have hearts to trust and not just follow our own, I like this or I don't like this. If God says this is what we need to do, that we have hearts to trust him. And the final two more cool things in the devotion, it just talked about God's great mercy. So it's from Psalms. Again, the devotional reading for August 17th that said just about God's mercy, and it just went on and on. There's a short little verse about God is full of mercy, and it just went on and on to talk about what God's mercy means to us. And so I just kind of took a few notes from that his mercy is great. And I like the saying, nothing is small or little in God. Everything, his mercy is great and infinite, and his mercy offers great forgiveness to great sinners after great lengths, and gives great favors, privileges, enjoyments in a great heaven. And then I guess Bunyan, I don't know, almost think it's Paul Bunyan, might have said, all flowers in God's garden are double. That's so cool. That's just, again, the grace and mercy. Like, God doesn't just bless partly. And even when it says that the 5,000 people were fed and then there were 7 baskets full left over, like, that's not just partly done. That's just infinite. And if you look at this beautiful world and all the variety and all the awesomeness, that God just shows up and shows out and how amazing he is. So that we can trust that. So the final section was Jonah, which is my video that I'm watching in the Bible Project and all the books in order, and I'm on Jonah, and I just give a 9-minute brief thing. It was so cool. It talked, the book of Jonah is awesome in the Old Testament, and it just talked about Jonah being told what to do and saying, no thank you, I don't like that. I don't like that you're showing mercy. It doesn't fit into my plan. And so he runs off, and it didn't work. And God was so merciful even with his rebellious prophet. But it just didn't work well for Jonah to get blessings when he was running away from what God wanted him to do. And so I liked the final part that I'll get more notes from the devotion, but the final part where it says, Jonah told the message to people of Nineveh, you will be overturned in 40 days. And that was the short little message. Well, it turns out they were overturned, but not destroyed. They were overturned in goodness. They were overturned in being able to be new. And they repented, and they got a whole new turn, a whole new chance. So that's from Jonah. That's the message on mercy. Enjoy God's mercy today. Love you. Have a great day.